Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 200 for Saturday, August 22nd, 2009.
Are you listening, Javelina?
First and absolutely foremost, I just want to say thank you to so many people from the bottom of my heart, I guess. All the people that have been subscribing and commenting. I probably would not keep doing this if it wasn't for you, and to reach 100 I thought was crazy, and to reach 200 even crazier. You have no idea how excited I get when I log on to YouTube and I see that there are comments and or messages to my videos, so thank you guys so much. The film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is actually very appropriate for 200 because it's my most anticipated movie of the year, so why not make it on a milestone? And that film is Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. This is Quentin Tarantino's 6th film, I guess, if you count Death Proof as one of his films, which I do, because if you have the DVD, you know it is a full-length movie. Inglourious Basterds stars Brad Pitt, Eli Roth, Christoph Waltz, Melanie Laurent, Diane Kruger, whole cast of other characters. You're going to see B.J. Novak in here from The Office. Mike Myers has a small little part, and then a bunch of other German, French, foreign actors that I have never really heard of. Inglourious Basterds, for those of you who don't know, is about a company called the Bastards, who are basically, I believe, 10 men. I could be wrong about that, but headed by Brad Pitt, and their mission is to go into Nazi-occupied France and exterminate and kill as many Nazis as they can, and then they scalp them and collect as many Nazi scalps as they can, because if you've seen the trailer, Brad Pitt wants his scalps. And there's also a bunch of other side plots and things that go into, which I'm not really going to go into because I think part of the joy of seeing this movie is discovering it for yourself. Inglourious Basterds is 2.5 hours of pure thrills and joy for me to see unfold on screen. I think the second it ended, I just realized that Quentin Tarantino, I think, is an immensely talented writer and director to me. He's the only guy, for me personally, who can fill up a film that's 2.5 hours with probably 2 hours and 15 minutes of dialogue, and the dialogue ranges from English to French to German to even a little bit of Italian, and it's all so engaging and so just interesting. And just super entertaining, and it's weird to think that you can watch 2 hours and 15 minutes of people talking, a lot of it which is in subtitles, and make that super entertaining, because it is very, very entertaining. From the opening scene of this film, which is basically Christoph Waltz, who plays Colonel Hans Landa, who that dude deserves an Academy Award nomination for his role. I'm going to get into that in a second, but he basically goes to this guy's house who he suspects of hiding Jews. And it's a pretty big scene, like a long scene. I would probably say 10 minutes or so, maybe longer, of them just sitting at a table and talking. And Quentin Tarantino creates so much tension in just that one scene. I was thinking about how it's reminiscent of No Country for Old Men, which came out a few years ago, and how in that film there's so much tension created at the gas station scene in that film. And not a lot is happening, it's just dialogue, but it's so well done. And from that opening scene to the big grand finale, all just puts a big smile on my face. I think that everyone in this film is absolutely incredible as far as acting goes, and I think a lot of people are probably going to be talking about Brad Pitt and how good he is because he's the known actor in the film, and he is very, very, very good in the film. He has great comedic timing with his little southern accent, almost like a sling blade, Billy Bob Thornton speak. But I think the real actor to cherish in this film is Christoph Waltz, who plays Colonel Hans Landa. He goes from being this sarcastic, creepy villain to like this anger-filled rage villain to like a hilarious character. There's so many layers to that performance and to that character that Tarantino wrote. I just think it's probably one of the best screen villains that I've seen in a very long time, and I'm putting that up there with Javier Bardem's character, like I said, in No Country for Old Men. You know, Hannibal Lecter, those sorts of villains who are just very layered and there's a lot of stuff to them. And as a Tarantino fan, I honestly would say that Inglourious Basterds is right up there with his best. I think Pulp Fiction is by far his best film, but I think this is right up there, and it's probably almost a close second, maybe tied with Kill Bill in my eyes, as far as how great of a film it is. I think to those of you who aren't familiar with Tarantino's work and see the trailers, you might be expecting, you know, a film just filled with people killing Nazis and violence and everything everywhere. And this film is not that at all. There is violence and there is Nazis being killed, but there is also an immense amount of dialogue. So I could see some people being turned off by the amount of talking that's in this film. I, however, found it to be an absolute joy. I think Inglourious Basterds is one of the best films of the year. It's definitely probably going to be in my top 10. I give Inglourious Basterds a 5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with a review for Ponyo.